It's not that easy being green.
Okay, just a short video. If you haven't heard by now, we are on the verge of a pandemic called the swine flu. If you've been living under a rock, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have turned on your television and watched the news and turned some of these 24-hour news channels, you know that the swine flu is coming to get us. Anyway, is there anyone out there who believes that this swine flu is nothing but hype? I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a flu going around. I'm sure there's probably a swine flu going around. But just doing, well, first off, how many people really know what the swine flu is? I mean, they've been talking about it for the last few days now, but they really haven't given any history or background to what exactly this so-called super strand of the flu had even came from. My own research, I found out that there were some cases back in the 70s which produced the same type of hysteria, which at the time a whole bunch of people ended up getting vaccinated, and then come to find out that it was a panic over nothing. Something tells me that this is the same situation. I don't know what the reasons are behind this, and considering that nearly or over 30,000 people every year die from the flu, and countless others get the flu and the regular common flu and still live to tell about it. I know I get sick every year. Things seem to be a little over dramatized. That's my opinion. But that's not the basis of this video. I just want to point to the fact of how I feel that this whole swine flu may be a little bit racist. Okay. And I point to the fact that we're hearing that this new pandemic is coming from Mexico. The same country who we've been here in America have been feuding with to kind of get their borders closed so that we can have a way to deal with the Mexican immigrants from coming into the country. Not to mention the drug wars that have been going on in Mexico. And at a time when just about a week ago or so, the same news that's now promoting this swine flu from Mexico was doing polls about the prospects of legalizing marijuana, much of which is grown in Mexico, and how the polls suggested that the majority of Americans were for the legalization of marijuana. And now we have this sudden outbreak of a flu. It just seems racist to me. Matter of fact, if you really think about it, how come every year around this time we are always hit with an epidemic of some massive global, proportion that's threatening our humanity here in America? And it's always coming from some far, obscure place where we know little about because we really don't read or follow the world news as we're supposed to. So we take what they say to be the truth. There was the avian bird flu coming from Asian countries. Remember that? Remember SARS also coming from Asian countries? We had people walking around all summer with masks on their faces, scared to touch Chinese people, scared to eat at Chinese restaurants out of fear of some mass disease that was going to kill us or whatever. Don't forget about the killer bees. Remember that? That was like 10, 15 years ago. Those were from Africa. The Africanized killer bees. They were going to come all the way to America just to fuck with our bees, kill all our bees, and then kill us. So as you see, there's a trend here. There is a trend here. And that is this idea that there is something out there that's coming to get us. And it's scaring the shit out of people for no reason. And all it's doing is fueling those people who already have some, hysteria, paranoia about people who look different than they do or speak different than they do. I'm asking people not to just get caught up in all of this and to just pay attention. So yeah, I think the swine flu is racist. And if you really are concerned about the swine flu, the best thing that you can do to prevent it is turn your television off. Peace.